Okay, obviously proud of the guys. We talked about it being a 60-minute game, and it was. We needed all of those 60 minutes, and they fought like crazy. Not clean, never is in a game one. So there's plenty to clean up. Defensively we're outstanding, minus just a couple plays that we kind of. It's on us, and that's my responsibility. We just offensively fought like crazy. I know the stats maybe aren't pretty. I don't care. And then the kicking game. Cade came through, and we knew he was going to come through us at some point. Here it is in game one, and the kid just knocks it down the middle. So really proud of those guys again for fighting. I did remind them in there this counts as one. It's one game. We're 1-0, and we got the biggest game of our life next week against whoever we're playing. So that's how we're going to control. That's how we're going to handle this. Great win, excited about it, but we're back to work come tomorrow morning. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, how far were you willing to try to take?
I told the offense before the drive, I said, let's get to the 40. That was our goal. Now, if we had not gotten to the 40, we would have made a decision.
What else did you say to the offense before that last drive?
Well, you don't have a lot of time to address them. So really what you try to do is just give them the particulars. All right, here's how many timeouts we have. None. Here's where we need to get to. Here's what I'm thinking to start the drive with. And then Jacoby, he battled his butt off, and that's what he does. And again, some big plays there on third downs in the second half. I think no bigger than the one he hit Schwartzy on the scramble drill. So proud of those guys.
Kevin, obviously you guys knew Cade had this when he drafted him, but what does it say that he's actually out there his first game? He has to make that kick. What does it say about it?
Yeah, good draft pick by Andrew. I didn't want to try a 50-yarder early in this game. I wanted to get him some extra points, some field goals. I just want to have him see the ball go through the middle of the uprights. But then we knew if we needed him, we're going to call him.
Did you realize he missed a lot of kicks in the pregame?
I did.
Did he say why? We'll ask him, but
Yeah.
you concerned at all?
No.
It was unusual.
Do you miss putts on the putting green before your round? Yeah.
Is there a number that Mike and Cade gave you before the game? I mean, obviously,
Yes.
it's circumstances.
Yeah. Yes.
What is that number? Or what was that number today?
Yeah, I mean, it always varies. I mean, really the number is really where you're trying to get to typically, and then where you might try one in certain game circumstances. But the number is going to change based on conditions, based on wind, all those type of things.
You have Nick and Hunt out there together a lot, and they're really producing out there. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, those guys, compete like crazy. We're lucky to have two guys. We got 1A and 1B, and they just battle and they fight for each other, and they can do it all. And sometimes they're out there together, sometimes they're not. But I just thought they fought like crazy.
Did you think the offense was a little confused or nervous to start the game?
Yeah, well, I don't know what the word is, Tony, but it's the first game. Definitely had some. Wasn't clean, getting lined up incorrectly, maybe, and put it on me. Just maybe some bad play calls or whatever. I think the first game, the heat, which it did get hot out there, we knew there was going to be some, confusion. Hopefully not a lot of confusion, but there was just a little bit too much of that, and those are the type of things that, even though you win this game, you can't lose sight of those.
Anthony and Donovan both had some big plays, big catches for you today.
Yeah.
What does that do confidence-wise, especially for a guy like Anthony who's really been battling it?
Yeah, battle. That's what they are. They're battling like the rest of those guys. So I thought 11 early made some contested catches that were huge for us in that game. And then we trust Anthony. We got a lot of faith in him.
Kevin, I know you're an even keel guy. But
Thank you.
What was that emotional swing like in those last 6.5 minutes of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think in the moment, Scott, you're just like you're so focused on the task at hand and what we need to do. I mean, they get the big play. They're in field goal territory. Great job by our defense to hold them to 3. Obviously, that was huge. And then it's, all right, we're coming back, and you're just in the moment, just figuring out what you got to do to get a win. And any which way, you got to find a way to win.
First half, your defensive line was really able to kind of collapse the pocket and everything. Case as the game went on, maybe just a little bit of that fatigue, the heat and everything.
Yeah, it works both ways. Those guys, again, I think you'll know more after you watch the tape, but there were moments we really rushed well. I'm sure there's moments we went back. Wish we could get the ball on the fumble there when they were backed up, but they fought like crazy.
Kevin, did you have any words with Baker after the game?
I did not.
What did you think of his performance?
I think he fought like crazy, like he always does. I think that's a good football team. We knew this was going to be a 60-minute game that both sides are going to be throwing haymakers. Like we knew that, and that's what it was. It's a good football team.
Was Denzel on a little bit of a snack?
For all of our guys, I tried to be real smart in this week one, especially guys that haven't played a ton and could have come off whatever type of injuries that maybe they've had. So there were a bunch of guys I just wanted to make sure we were rotating early, really at a lot of positions.
You use a lot of 3 safety looks with Ronnie. Was that specifically game designed for Christian?
No, I mean that's part of what we do. We'll have times that we're in that look. We'll have times when we're in multiple looks. So that's I think it's the great thing about having Ronnie and his versatility, where he can line up in the box, he can line up in the post. So we just like having versatile football players that we can line up.
What happened on the long touchdown pass to Robbie Anderson?
I don't know yet. Based on the call that we had, that should never happen. But I'll have to look at it.
How did you feel like the defense played?
Yeah, great. Outside of that long one, the one that we're running somebody late on the field. So it's just, that's disappointing. But I thought really played the run well. Had the one takeaway, would have loved to have gotten the other one. But all in all, really proud of how they fought.
Jacoby had some touches third down completions in the fourth quarter. Also seemed like he missed some stuff that was open there in the first quarter. How do you feel like he played?
Yeah, I'll know more watching it. He battled, and yeah, we missed a couple early. Had a couple shots, just weren't on the same page. Again, that's week one. We will be better, and that's really, again, just my message to this team is, really proud of the win. You got to, in a win, look at the things that you got to clean up and get better at.
Kevin, how much locker room cred did Cade get today with that performance in his first game?
Well, obviously a lot, but I would tell you he's he's very well liked on this football team, even before today. So I guess it helps, but he's a good teammate.
You talk about the next game's always the most important. This franchise has struggled in the first game.
Yeah.
How big is it to kind of break through that?
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't. And I understand, I can just speak to the last 3.
Kevin, this was a long build-up for this revenge game. How relieved are you just that it's over?
I wouldn't characterize it that way, Tony. Week one, what happens is the schedule comes out and you spend 5 months staring at September 11th and Carolina Panthers, and it's a long week going into this game. You're starting on them before Labor Day, and then you're watching a ton of tape. So I am looking forward to having a normal week and just put a game plan together, go find a way to get a win.